Yeah, you know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Yeah, everything I do it big. Yeah,
One more step. Let's go ahead and expand them here. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Perfect expansion. There we go. Alright, now I can go get breakfast at Sheets and continue with my day. Because I have to get some groceries today after I get some corn coming on the way back, because they finally have some. Somebody who drove by it told my gram. So here we go. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So coming to you guys today now. You guys can see I did get all dolled up. You guys just saw in my morning videos here. So this is my first time here since like April of last year. You guys remember I stood up to that guy that was literally right behind me, and he doesn't even think about the car that's directly in front of him or anything like that. Sorry, I thought I heard someone coming. They had the gate open, so somebody was probably coming up here to the towers. But anyhow, guys, you guys remember, I actually saw, you know, that I had some pretty good retention on that video too. So I know a lot of people obviously saw it. And to anybody who's new here, because like I said, I gained 100 followers. At the start of the year. Obviously I was at 420 for the longest time last year. Then I eventually got up to 480. And then after 480, I was at 480 for quite some time. But now I'm up at, yeah, here it comes. Huh? I guess it's two of them. It said no motorized vehicles. So, if there's a car here, they're gonna get in trouble. And they should, if that car comes back through. Is there more coming? I don't know. But anyhow, guys, getting back to what I was saying, you know, I was at 520 there for the longest time. You know, and then obviously now I'm now at 520. So, to anybody who's new, like I said, just go back through. I forget exactly what I named it, but it was something about confronting someone I saw pee or something like that. It was something like that. So to anybody who's new, you can go back and watch it. It's from April. It has me sitting in my car with my orange Columbia, and I was at Lowe's then trying to get some soil for my garden. So make sure you walk back there, go back through there on my page and find it. But for now, you guys can see just how low that is. So anyhow, guys, for now though, I'm going to take a little bit of a break just until I get in here with you guys. And then I'll start my journey. So thanks for watching the intro. Here we go with the Wipeout. Hey everyone, your girl is here. I just have to make another video. Down there is where I was a year and 6 months ago, actually. And I would look up here and the sun would be as far as you can see on the right hand side, and the moon would be on the left hand side. And at that point, it was about just under 60 days. I know you guys saw my photo then in March when there was only like 27. You could see how close they were getting. So anyhow, guys, definitely nice to come back through here. It's been such a while, so definitely nice to come back through here and relive all of this stuff again. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So coming to you guys today now. Here I am now. I'm gonna have to clean off my glasses quickly before I head on in here. I'm definitely moving slower today, but that's fine. You guys can see I slept in a good 30 to 45 minutes. Well, 30, closer to 45, honestly. Oh, look, guys, there's a nice little perfect spot for you guys, for me to clean off my glasses. So anyhow, guys, here I am. And I definitely want to take it easy as well. Because tomorrow I'm gonna try 2 miles again. And then, next week is obviously, my final paddleboard, final paddleboard, and another, 10K run. So, like I said, I'm gonna run one tomorrow and then take a week off. And then I also do have to as well, create my chart. I know that I've, kind of moseyed along, I guess you would call it, like put it off kind of thing. So I kind of moseyed along with that. I didn't really do it, the way that I should. So, definitely get that done. And get through here without falling, guys. Alright, guys. Now we step out into here. Watch this, guys. It's a... Yeah. Alright, guys. So, like I said, guys, I kind of slipped on that. I still have yet to find my book that I'm going to read. But definitely get into it for sure. And that'll be a good way to kind of wind down. I did get my first paycheck today, which was nice. So probably take $100 out of it, and then I have all of my food for one trip. So, and I think what I'll do, to make it really fun and exciting, is I'm gonna save all of my gas money and all of my food money first for both trips. And then I'll just have to save the hotels for both trips. And then, obviously the jet ski, rental, because those can be quite a bit of money. So, but yeah, guys, I definitely am doing really, really well with all of my energy, that I've used. And what the heck was that? Oh. And I actually just decided I'm just gonna wear these until the fall. And then I have, all summer, next summer, in them until I go. And I'll get updated, Pittsburgh Marathon stuff. So that'll be good. Alright, guys, so task number 1 is down. You guys can see it wasn't really that much of a challenge this year. Even though there was rain here last night, I you know, didn't get through at the right time, I guess. Alright, guys. So, here we go. The next round is that log. So we'll see how I do with that. And then, like I said, I have to get corn. My gram wants me to stop at the Amish that she knows after 1. So that was also another really good thing. You know, when it comes to when it comes to taking it easier for the day. So, oh guys, no, the log's still here. Jeez, guys, I think I might have done this too late in the season. Last year I had to walk across that whole log. It looks like this year, oh, maybe not. See, because this looks like it's a little wobbly. You have to do this one, and this one, this one, this one. Oh, that was close. Alright, guys, now round 3. This is probably the hardest. And then round 4, you guys remember where that was? That's where I messed up my first time last year. So, yeah, like I said, tomorrow will be Friday finale. I'll probably go to the trail down the right and try my total wipeout at that area. So that kind of finalizes that for the summer. And then, like I said, next week. So probably do my run. I don't know, I have to look at the weather again. Alright guys, here we are. I'll probably do my run first or something. Alright guys, let's see. Can you cross here? Yeah, you can. I'm trying to remember how I did it last year. I think I went hop or something there. Let me take a peek at things. So probably this. Oh no, guys, that's very uneven. You can't really tell. What if I came on that log? That log. Yeah. That's the route we're going to go, guys. I'm not going to take the easy way out. You have to really test these logs. Some of these logs are like a one and done, guys. Oh, see, look what I said, guys. All right, you get your footing there, Alyssa. Good job. Oh my gosh, guys, how am I gonna do this? I can always go backwards. Oh my gosh, guys, that was so crazy. I stepped there as I'm stepping off, and then I put my right foot there, and then I stepped there, and here. Woo, guys, that was close. All right, guys, we're getting ready for the next one. Whew. Here we go. I think it was the one after this, or maybe it was 2 after, that I failed out last year. So, we'll see if I can make it really, really far. That's always so pretty, guys, when you see stuff like that. And then walking on my way back, guys. You guys can see how good my medium hold hairspray did today. And then walking back, guys, I'll do my standouts from the movie, and then do my standouts from the movie, and then my too many short films Tuesday. Alright guys, we're almost there. You guys can definitely tell I'm definitely moving slower, but that's good. Because obviously last week, actually that worked out really, really, really good last week. Because I got my first 10K in. And then also speaking then as to why this will be good, because a good week next week to finish everything up, because on Friday they open the sunflower patch, so, and then there's only another, so Friday the 22nd, 7, 8, 9, so really guys, a week after that, I'll be going down and doing my trip. But where to? Again, you guys have to wait and see. But I hope the hurricane coming up the coast doesn't do anything. And that's the only kind of sign that I'll give, guys. Alright, guys. Let's try to examine this. Should we go here? You have such a very thin area, and then you realize you can't tell how saturated those logs are. This you can't even step. You would have to do dangerous, those kind of jumps that they do. What sport is that they do those kind of jumps? I don't remember. Alright guys, so this is super easy, but yeah, we'll just do it here. Wait, maybe not, guys, because you can't really tell what's underneath these. Alright. Yeah, I remember my first time last year, I think I stepped right there or something at the very last minute when I failed. Alright guys, so I think this next one is the final one. So if I make it through this one and the next one, it's a new record. But I can't remember. I remember there was a path that's really, really steep cutting up it. So the name of my video today will be try a first total wipeout with too many proactive, productive, set in stone plans, right, for the end of the month, or till the end of the month, Thursday. Hopefully that's not, yeah, see exactly what I said, guys. Hopefully that's not over 1,000 characters. 100 characters, Alyssa. So hopefully that's the case. You guys definitely should have came here earlier in the season. I thought that was another trail cam on that tree. Alright guys, here we go. How much am I at? 13? Hey everyone, your girl is here. Sorry about that. I accidentally hit it somewhere. Anyhow guys, probably just end up cutting the film of the walk. You guys can see it on the way back. But here's where it is, guys. Yes. This can be a challenge, guys. Because you have very small rocks to step on here. And if you try to take the easy way, you're also going to have to play around with those rocks that aren't the way that they should be. You can also try the super, super hard way and go from a... Well, no, it's probably big enough I could just swing my foot over. But usually there's like a cutoff, right? Like you can't go the whole way around something. You have to go through it. So, let me pick my choice. How about this? To there, to there, to there. See, guys, but then that's not that big of a landing pod. Or I could go for... Oh, no, because then I'm going to have to... Or I could go over to this log here. And then those logs over. Instead, I think I'll take this cut. Yeah, that's what we're going to do, guys. So here we go. Whew. Guys, look at it. Like I said, guys, this is going to be the challenging one. And that looks like I have to go up a... Oh my gosh, guys. Oh. Alyssa, I got it. Oh my god. Guys, that was really, really wobbly. Right here. Whew. Guys, I made it. This is a brand new record. Raise the roof for Alyssa. Alright, guys, here we go. A brand new record for Alyssa. Let's raise the roof for her. Alright, guys, here we go. Let's see what the next one after this is. Obviously, they discontinued Total Wipeout, but I think there was one thing where you could just take the easy way out. But once you took the easy way out, something actually happened, right? And you were forced, right, to go through it straight on or something like that. Guys, look how bare it is, though. That's crazy. Oh. Alright, guys. Uncharted territory. Here we go. Brand new. You know what, guys? Actually, I think that I might have walked up here a little bit. Yeah, I remember this. I actually walked up here a little bit because after I failed last time, because I was kind of curious where it went. So, maybe, just maybe, I'll walk like a quarter mile, you know, next time. Or even once I fail, I'll walk a quarter mile with you guys. Because if you think about it, you know, in the TV show, you know, you get to see kind of what's before you, right? It's pretty much like that with any game. Like Jeopardy, all the contestants get to see what the question before them is, right? In Final Jeopardy. So it's like, yeah. Even in running too, everybody can look at the course map and all of that. So that's what we'll do here, guys. Oh, guys, look. This looks like some nice photo shoot possibilities here. Could you imagine this if the sun was coming through at the right angle? It'd be almost identical to my stuff in Florida, guys. Yeah, so look, guys, here this is. This, I think, was the area that I said, oh my god, it's over. Alright, if I do this and this, I'm probably going to just end up doing a split. So I'm just going to do this to this and over. Alright, guys. Alright, guys, I don't have an option. This is the only option. Very tight roping stuff. Oh my god. Oh my god. I got it, guys. Don't celebrate too early, Alyssa. Yay! I got it, guys. There's another one. This is good. This is good. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. Alright, guys. Here we go. Wheel of Fortune is like that too. You know, the person who won the main game gets to ask or gets to choose the questions or the topics beforehand, right? So it's like, do you want a person, a place, or like a living thing? Person is usually hit or miss when it comes to stuff like that. Like, some of them are just so hard to tell with all the, you know, different spellings of different names and everything. So guys, as that weird ends, just kind of turns into a trail, I guess. You know what, guys? Next year I could do this at the Ricketts Glen Fall. I know you guys remember seeing that. No, guys, look, it looks like it's gonna cut. So, here we go. You know what I could also do next year then, too? Since it's a super lush life, I can map. Looks like there's still some frog eggs on there, guys. The frogs should be done for the year, don't you think? Guys, are those seriously frog eggs on there? There's no way. I thought frogs had them in the spring and that was it. Guys, those look like frog eggs. Oh my god. Look, I'm gonna... See, my glasses are too freaking foggy to tell. But guys, that would be so amazing. And this would be the perfect spot for them. Because frogs are somewhat like turtles, right? Like, a very few percent of turtles actually make it into adulthood, even after they get into the ocean. That's why that one girl was charged. I think it was St. Pompano Beach or something. She got charged because she was, you know, doing bad to the turtles. So, and I guess, guys, since it's gonna be a while, I guess I can just do some of my standouts. So the first one, it was on consequences, and it was like a bullying thing. It took me a while to really understand it, because, you know, a girl got bullied. Everybody was kind of like passing around a note, and then she goes into the bathroom and it's like, hey, are you okay? There's actually a Sharpie behind the toilet seat. They have like a little bit of a conversation. They don't let you see it until the end. But one of her friends needed help and she was grounded. So a little bit different than the cyberbullying movie. But after that then, you know, she, you know, obviously one of them takes their life, and then the one who kind of like started the note in class, obviously feels sorry and all of that stuff. But it was like another person, but like it seemed like she was the one who was writing to her in the bathroom, because she went in, or no, I'm sorry, another person, yes, actually went in, and she changed, the, oh my god, guys, so cute, so she changed, the, you know, the writing to, I don't care, right, and give up, kind of thing. Someone was a little bit stranger. So, like I said, and then it was just a real short and slow day. But that one was definitely strange. But then my video, or my movie, actually was confusing because obviously everything can't be, well, during their episodes, yes, it can be. Oh my god, guys, look at this with the lighting. Oh my god. But anyhow, you know, I could understand, you know, imagining, you know, his wife and his daughter, but then after so long of that, you know, so really, in essence, him taking them to the hospital should have been a real thing, but that's not how the movie was portraying it, guys, but it's definitely something to, alright guys, here we go. See guys, this one, you almost have to come down over here, because if you come down over here, you could slip very easily. So yeah, like I said, then at the end, he obviously takes, somebody else. So I don't know if, I didn't really get it. I didn't know, because like I said, they took her down for the CAT scan. So shouldn't that have been real, right? Like I said, but supposedly they were already gone, right? Because whenever he woke up from the fall, he thought that he was hugging his wife, but he actually just threw her down too. And the dog seemed legit. But they, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, they took him back to, but at some point, you know, the police would realize that, you know what I'm saying? Because how can he take them to the hospital if he killed them at that scene? Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit strange for me, but I definitely understood kind of where they were going with everything. And once that psychiatrist, you know, came into the picture, right, you know, then it was legit, right? And she was like, this is what your brain does to cover up the trauma and all of that. So I again thought it was real. So it's just, they didn't really show how his wife and daughter were already like put in body bags and, you know, taken care of appropriately. Because it's like, if they already were, and that's what would happen, like I said, you wouldn't, I mean, and if somebody did come in, they wouldn't have their wife and daughter with them, so you would just question them right away. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I do not see any, I don't see your wife or your daughter beside you right now, kind of thing. So, it was definitely, confusing in that realm, but I get the point, you know, of the movie and all of that. Alright guys, we made it. Alright guys, there we go. Poof. I guess I'm gonna have to sing that song now that we sing in grade school, right? I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. No, you're actually not. And speaking of that too, I actually did see another video where if an ant or anything crawls up, you know, there's like a barrier in your ear, right? So it's not going to be able to crawl up into your brain, and obviously eat you. Because I don't know if it's true or not, but like, you know, anything like dirty, so to say, or anything with any kind of bacteria at all, if it comes in contact with your brain, it can die. I don't know if that's true, but I've heard that. Usually, well, obviously brain surgery needs to be open brain surgery. Some heart surgeries, though, aren't open heart surgeries, but I don't think the heart's like that. But I definitely do remember hearing that when it comes to, you know, the brain. So I guess they have to use like ultra sterilized things and all of that. And speaking too, like, I don't know, you know, what is, like what, usually a lower level would be. But that's also another thing I was confused about. Because I don't think that's where they actually keep, but I guess they would. Like, you know, people who do like, transplants or give their, you know, I thought I just saw a gray fox or something. But I think I don't even know. I was kind of confused on what that was, because they showed, right, they were dragging something through the hallway, that was, you know, human organs, right, which is, transplant, and that's when that memory kind of went through his head. Oh my god, guys, look at this. Hang on, I gotta get a picture of this for my thumbnail. Hey everyone, oh, there it is again. Hey everyone, your girl is here, so here I am now. Look, I could call it quits here, but I'm not. But this is exactly where I called it quits last time with you guys, and then I just kept recording. And I recorded myself literally 5 minutes later, you know, at that area, at the end of the trail. So anyhow, guys, and speaking, I guess I can just do some Florida updates, since have already shared earlier in this video, about my end of August trip, and how I'm too well for too set in stone, with too good of a plan Thursday, especially since I already have all the gas money for one trip, once I get out $100 later today. But I also was kind of like, oh yikes, you know, like, I hope next year, since I'm going 2 weeks, will really, it's a raven, I think. Guys, it is so eerily silent in here. Yep, that's a raven. But you guys get the point, with what I was saying. With there supposedly only being another month. It's like, and Hurricane Aaron's almost, at the, like, Lesser Antilles Islands. So it's like, yeah, better hope that next year there is a hurricane coming. I don't think that it's going to hit Florida. If anything, it'll probably hit, South Carolina. But that's also just as equally as devastating, guys. Holy cow. Something's doing something here. For reals, for reals. Hang on, I gotta get a picture of that too for my thumbnail. Be like, what? Wait. Get the volume. There we go. Alright guys, so I just got my picture there. But yeah guys, like I said, so that was also like a realization. It's like I really hope, you know. But thankfully, see, and it also depends. I wonder how Clearwater hotels work, or if all hotels work like this. Because in order, you guys saw, and I don't know if I ever shared, but it said like a free cancellation until like March 7th, right? So already, right, with a month left, your plan is set in stone, so to say. So I wonder if Clearwater is like that. Because I mean, how are you supposed to know? Like I said, you can't know the future, right? So it's like I can't know for a fact. You know, if I book one, that there's not going to be a hurricane, and then I still am just expected to go, which obviously I wouldn't if there's a hurricane. So, also, I also never did do the review, but the review has since expired, for oceanfront units there in Miami. Probably definitely not going to use that one next year, but if I do, I'm going to get one of those bars. Imagine like the old sweepers, right? I used to sweeper stuff with, that had the bag and everything, like the brown bag in the thing. And the wire cord you had to pull out and pull in. You guys obviously saw my grandparents gave me that. It was under the table downstairs, at my old place. So, like I said, I don't know if, you know, I could get something like that has like a U shape. Everybody knows how, holy cow, guys, it's coming big time. Everybody knows how you know, movies, like they put the bars horizontally, so people can't escape. It's usually like a broomstick or something, right? I also didn't really agree. I probably should have said that from the get-go, to one of the security people down there. But literally, well, since I'm gone, but I also don't know how many other people, but it also, you know, if people make up their mind that they're just going to try it, well, then it could be it. But just know, again, there's consequences, right, for your actions. So don't anybody take this the wrong way. Because like I said, again, anybody could come up and think of that. And that's what you're supposed to not do, right? You're not supposed to use something that's very commonly guessed. But my room, or the pin, the first time around, was literally the floor number and then my room number. And it's like, what the heck, right? That's totally not okay at all. That's so easy to guess. So, like I said, I don't know if I am gonna choose that spot, for Miami then at the end of October. I don't know if I'll choose, you know, that oceanfront, and just make sure I have something. Make sure it's small enough I can fit in my suitcase, you know, and then just expand it open, and use it at night. I'm not really sure, guys, but I never did the review. I was gonna do the review and just kind of say, you know, I did have an instance where a person came in, but thankfully it was handled very well and prompt and fast, you know, so I didn't do that though, and the link obviously expired. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna walk in here just a little bit more with you guys, then I'll probably just end this film for today. And I did watch Brittany's story relating to those story times. And I was really surprised on how she related it more back to her marriage with her husband and all of that. So that was a little bit strange. And then hers didn't come in until, you know, she kind of stopped fighting with him or something. It was just a really strange, but I mean, it was good testimony for sure. And then you could hear the, I forget what the name of the song is, but it's by Hillsong. I don't remember the name, but you could hear it playing in the background. And then I liked how she said, you know, find the right person, which kind of goes off the, like I said, there's still, even with, you know, it's okay not to be okay and ask for help. There's still those people, you know, in the world and everything. All right, guys. So I could go up there and try to see if there's a lookout. I think I'm probably in between two mountains right now. This is definitely a far in here hike to camp and all of that. But clearly you guys can see there's camp there. So yeah, guys, I think this is probably where I'll call it a day. Start listening to my films, and if anything comes up, alright guys, actually let me try to cross this one here with you guys. Then if anything comes up, I'll just add it in while I'm continuing to watch. Alright guys, there we go. Super easy. No, you stupid thing. Alright guys, thanks for watching. And I will talk to everyone later. Alright guys, we're gonna get some anthem corn. And it's still 7 for a dozen. So here we go. You can mix and match, but we're not going to do that. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's a big one, guys. That's 8, 9. Oh, these stupid things be biting on me. 9, 11, and 12. Yay! Here, guys, this is what it's called, Anthem. They did have this other, oh, the party side. Maybe I should switch it. Oh my god, wait, I think it, oh my god. I'm gonna switch it out. I'm gonna do two of the party sides. I forgot about that, and I'll have to blur and make sure I didn't. Do 1 and 2. Here we go, guys. We want it. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So you guys can see I finally just now got all of my veggies as well. I just wanted to come on and make a real quick little addition as well as to the ultimate reality, since I just talked about death, you know, and you know, donating organs and organ donors. Okay, so the ultimate reality again is simple, right? So if I'm on a roller coaster, right, in 5 years, and a father says to his daughter, hey Carrie, right, like, are you really excited for your first roller coaster ride? The first name that's going to come to my name is, or come to my mind is like Carrie Underwood. I mean, I listen to, you know, 5 times the hours of Carrie Underwood's music in a month than I do when I see your face, kind of thing. So it's like, yeah, you know, you also have to remind people of that ultimate reality like that. And then, you know, just, you know, hope that they can just talk about it and just figure it out with you, and be open to stuff, too, right, like I shared before. But yeah, that's also another real quick thing that I said. It's like, yeah, you know, and you're not going to be national news, and more than likely, whenever you go, if they don't do alphabetical order, the obituary is going to be, you know, military honors first, right? All the military people first, right? So people could accidentally skim by you. So, and also you could do that with that guy. So it's like, God is great, beer is good, people are crazy. I probably won't even see your face, you know, in the first of the page obituary. Well, obviously that guy was around my area now. So if I did, know his name or whatever, like, I would know it. But like I'm saying, like, anywhere outside of the general area, right, that you're not gonna, you know, be a subscription, right, to their newspaper in a different area, like, you're not even gonna know it, right? So it's like, again, those kind of people, you just gotta just let them slide, you know. And that's also, again, how you can stand up, right? Just remind them of that ultimate reality that nobody likes to talk about, right? So all of that stuff. So anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. Now I can go ahead here and get home, add in my black and yellow, and then yeah, go home. So I'm sorry, then later on tonight get my yogurt and breakfast stuff. Get that shit. Oh my god. Holy cow. Whew. Guys, whenever I was coming on, I saw him going the wrong way. Oh my gosh. Guys, I literally almost called 911 as soon as I saw him. Oh my gosh. I literally almost called 911 just to give a heads up right away. Oh my gosh. And even though you're not supposed to record when you're filming, I will show the original film. I literally almost called 911 right away and said, hey, there's a wrong way driver. Yes. I mean, hey, that's what the people did on the turnpike and there wasn't an accident, so. Whew. There's a little bit of that blind bend there, and then it's literally where he would have been. Like, because he obviously was starting to reverse. So he would have been directly under this bridge. There would have been a blind bend. Could you have imagined how terrible that would have been? Oh my god. Another time. I hope that's not actually me setting myself up, because that's a so almost called 911 again. Gosh. Hey everyone, your girl is here, so I'm officially home now. I just wanted to make this little addition so I can save myself a lot of time. That's another instance where it would probably take everything that I had to not make a statement or really ask a question. It's like, yeah, you've driven by your grandma's memorial a time or two without stopping, right? Because you've watched, because you haven't taken a time or two, right, to stop at and make sure a catastrophe wasn't going to happen, right? So you've, you know, taken the time, right, to drive right by it and not visit it, and that showed here, right? Because you've done that a time or two, because you've also could care less if a catastrophe happened a time or two, right? Again, it would probably take everything for me to not say that to that person if something did happen. And you really don't know, guys. Like, there could have been anything, you know, like there could have been a person not paying attention, you know, coming off that off ramp. Like, there's so many things, and the first thing that goes through the person in front of my mind is, oh yeah, just drive, right? Yeah, it's like you probably had the same attitude, right? Probably just sit here and don't say anything, right? When it was your grandma's time, right? For people to talk about, you know, her life, right? God, like some of these people, right? And again, even if I had on my shirt, you know, it would take a lot, but holy cow, guys, what the hell is wrong with people? I mean, it doesn't take that, like, it's not that big of a hurry that you can't take time to make sure a catastrophe isn't going to happen. Because you guys saw, there was just now then 6 or 7 cars, you know, so we don't know how many cars that could be. It might not be like that every day. There could have been 10 minutes they waited there for somebody else to call it in if something happened. God. Again, guys, it takes a lot sometimes for me not to make you know, pose those kind of questions to people or make statements of, yeah, you've probably done this a time or two, haven't you?